Hey everyone, I hope you're doing well and staying safe during this time. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. Like I said, thank you so much for checking me out. If you haven't done so, please make sure to hit that subscribe button just right below the video. Cool, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. And if you're returning, welcome back. Thanks again for your support. I truly do appreciate having you here.
I want to start out this video by just going over this Goldman Sachs article that came across my attention. It's from November 2021 and it's from their investment banking division. It's an overview of digital assets and blockchain entities and specifically identifies Ripple as an opportunity in payments along with Circle and Coinbase. I thought this was pretty cool because I've been following Circle and Ripple for a very long time now. They're two of my favorite companies in the cryptocurrency and blockchain space. They're both solving an infrastructure problem for payments, and I believe they're both uniquely situated to make amazing and massive strides in the digital asset industry. When it comes to institutional adoption of crypto and institutional players, I think Circle and Ripple are top tier investments. I believe these are the investments the big boys are going to get behind when they're allowed to start putting real money in this space, because these are the new companies solving real world problems. I also like Coinbase a lot, but I think Ripple and Circle are a little bit more unique, a little bit more infrastructure plays, and I just like what they're doing a little more than Coinbase. But at the end of the day, Coinbase is obviously a great company too. Let's keep moving though, and this is what I really wanted to show you guys because I found this document very interesting. This is an open letter that was sent to FinCEN. I can't figure out who actually wrote this letter, but it was extremely well written. So if any of you can find any information on who wrote this, I would love to see it. So this was actually posted on 10/24/2020. I think I said in the intro days before the Ripple case. It was actually about a month before. But this case and this letter dropped a whole bunch of concerns about how poorly the government was regulating the cryptocurrency industry. And if we just pop it open, we can see that I'm sure FinCEN will recall the enforcement action it took against Ripple Labs in May 2015 and fined them over $250,000 for this very issue. Ever since, Ripple has been working with and begging and pleading regulators to provide regulatory clarity for their industry. Yet here we are almost 5 years later, and as a government entity, you continue to provide conflicting positions as pointed out by the CEO of Ripple on October 8th. So, in this letter, they are specifically blasting FinCEN for how bad their regulation of the cryptocurrency market was. But if we scroll down, this is where it gets really interesting. They've been trying to work with regulators for years now, and the lack of regulatory clarity is causing stagnation in the evolution of our financial system at the cost of U.S. dominance, and Ripple, a soon-to-be trillion-dollar payments company at the center of change, is making plans to leave. This is really interesting. We know that Ripple at this time was saying that if we don't get clarity in this market soon, we're going to have to leave the US. I believe this is kind of off the table now because it looks like they're going to firmly beat the SEC and likely get their clarity that way. But one thing that really just stuck in my head is Ripple, a soon-to-be trillion-dollar payments company. This is posted, if you guys can see up here, on the Federal Reserve's website. This is why I want to know so badly where this document came from. It is super interesting to me, especially because of how much they focus on Ripple and how they go as far to say as they believe Ripple is a soon-to-be trillion-dollar payments company. I've been saying for a while now that I also believe Ripple will one day be the biggest payments company in the entire world. Whoever wrote this tends to firmly agree with me. I want to find out. I think it's super interesting, and I think it's all the more interesting that it's posted on the Federal Reserve government's website. Let's keep moving though, because along those same lines, right here we have new bill tasked the Treasury, not the Fed, with the digital dollar. What do we know about the Treasury? Well, Ripple's Rosie Rios came from the Treasury to design the future of money. That's a quote by her, not me. I said all the pieces are falling into place. One thing that I think is undeniable and super interesting about all of this is in the middle of the Ripple SEC case, government officials started flooding to Ripple's board of directors. Why would they be going there if they already didn't know the outcome of this SEC case? Rosie Rios herself has said Ripple is one of the few companies in the blockchain space solving a real world problem, and they are using XRP to solve this problem. There is no doubt in my mind that these people are going to Ripple for a reason. They see the writing on the wall. They know Ripple is going to be critical in upgrading the entire world's financial infrastructure to a system built directly into the internet. They are building the internet of value. Next, I wanted to show you guys this because I believe it's going to be huge in putting more pressure on the SEC to end this Ripple SEC case once and for all. This is from Grayscale and says breaking. Grayscale threatens the SEC with legal action if their Bitcoin ETF application is rejected. So Grayscale is applying for a spot ETF. Their current Grayscale product is based on futures. Grayscale wants to convert it to a spot ETF, and the SEC keeps on denying them. The reason this is so big for Ripple and XRP is because the Bitcoin community is one of the largest crypto communities out there. More people are invested in Bitcoin than anything else, simply because it's the easiest to understand. With that said, though, if all these different Bitcoin community members start really going after the SEC too, it's going to put exponentially more spotlight on the SEC and how poorly their regulation of the cryptocurrency industry has been. The more pressure that is put on the SEC, the more Congress is going to hear about it, and Congress is worried about being reelected in 2022, and if they are constantly hearing people complain about the SEC, they are going to put their foot down and say, why is everyone complaining about an agency that's supposed to be protecting them? This is good news, and I really give a lot of props to Grayscale because suing the SEC is no easy thing to do, and I think what they're doing is good for the entire crypto industry. Let's keep moving though. We see that as of now, the SEC has had no problem continuing its overreach. They just put something in today that changes the definition of a broker, and it's essentially an attack on DeFi. This is the kind of stuff that's only going to rile up more people. So despite the fact that obviously it's a negative that the SEC is continuing to attack the cryptocurrency industry, I actually think it's more of a positive because these guys are going to start feeling the heat. They already have the XRP community on their back. They're starting to get the Bitcoin community on their back. If they get all the DeFi people on their back too, they're going to have to really worried about getting kicked out of office because they are going to have a lot of unhappy voters, and we are coming up to midterms. Last of all, I wanted to go over a small win in the Ripple SEC case, but one that I think you guys are really going to appreciate. So Ripple's request for extra time regarding the redacted documents was granted in a text-only order. The SEC is directed to produce the redacted documents for the defendant's assessment by March 30th, 2022. Defendant's response is due April 4th, 2022. And Fred said, here's a small victory. Judge Netburn put an actual deadline of March 30th for the SEC to provide the redactions to Ripple. Granted, it's not early next week as Ripple said they wanted, but it's still a red line that the SEC has to adhere to. And Fred actually said he was surprised that Judge Netburn is making them hand over the documents so soon. For me, this really shows that Judge Netburn and the judges in this case are becoming more time sensitive. Hopefully this allows Ripple to schedule summary judgment and put some hard lines in when this case is going to end.
I'm your guy. I will keep you posted. I'm your advocate. I'll be back on a daily basis, usually multiple times per day, with these videos to keep you updated with everything going on. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you haven't done so, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Feel free to share any of my videos with your friends, family, social media, or anybody who may care to listen. Thanks so much for your continued support. I'm always here for you. I want to help you through this time. So thank you so much for continuing to choose me. Enjoy your day, stay safe, and I'll catch you again probably in a couple hours. Thanks, everybody. See you later.